Hi, this is Zach Henderson with LSA, and I want to briefly talk about how LSA opened up the hood of ArcGIS Explorer and kind of used it for a public hearing or a kind of a GIS roadshow, so to speak. Specifically, this was related to the SR91 road widening or corridor improvement project. To give you a little bit more background on the project, the project is proposing to widen the existing State Route 91 in California, in Riverside County, going through a little piece of San Bernardino County and Orange County. It has two basic alternatives. One alternative is adding general purpose lanes with an HOV lane in the middle. The other alternative, alternative 2, provides general purpose lanes with toll roads in the middle. Now, the public hearing was kind of interesting because we had all this engineering information and we had to present it to the public so that they could then interact with the map on a more personal level. So as you can see here right now, the start of the project is kind of around the 241. This is in Orange County. And then it kind of goes eastward past the 15, up around kind of this area. On the 15, it goes up around this area and kind of keeps on going down all the way down to kind of Cajalco Road. So it's a pretty large roadway improvement project. Now, one of the specifications of showing this to the public is that we had to make it pretty portable. And there wasn't going to be anything for like internet access. So I just have this base map layer turned on just for reference. And so let me go ahead and clear my base map. You can see there's the project. And these are the tiled big maps that we were able to export. Now, what we did is we created this toolbar right here. There's three things. There's toggle layers, identify alternatives, and find addresses. So let's first start with find an address. So let's say someone basically comes in and says, well, I live at such and such an address. What is this project going to do to me, or how does this project impact me? So the person would type in their address, and we're going to just start off with an address. Let's say Pomona. So I live on such and such Pomona Street. So let's say it's 1080 Pomona Street. So the person can go ahead and click on that. And as you can see, it zooms in, and it's the Big Maps hybrid layer is turned on, and now they can see the alternatives. Now, right now, I have alternative 1A and 2A turned on. And you can kind of see a little bit of an overlap. If I need to figure out which alternative is what, I can use this identify layers, and I can select out on that little box, and it will tell me that this line is common to alternative 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, and 2A through 2G. So it's common to all of them. If I try kind of like a different area, like I know in here, if I try this, I realize that this is common to mostly alternative 2 and the design variations. I can then click on 1A and use kind of the swipe tool, so I can say, okay, that's alternative 2, and this is with both of them, alternative 1 and 2. The other thing I can do is if I double click on the parcel specifically, it will pop up text associated with this parcel that tells me the parcel acquisition, whether it's partial or temporary. This is an HTML pop-up that was done in ArcGIS 10, just a simple export. In fact, actually, I can probably go ahead and turn on the existing right-of-way and parcel lot lines, and you'll be able to see with a little bit of a redrawing kind of exactly the parcel that I'm talking about. Then we also found the need, in addition to this pop-up, in addition to identifying which alternatives are kind of closest to the parcel in question, and being able to find the address and zooming to the address, this was a simple tool that we added, which is the toggle layers. So it's real quick. You can turn all the alternatives off, or you can turn them all on and have everything redraw. And it just provides kind of an easy step. So when you first zoom into the parcel in question, you can turn them all on, and then you can see kind of basically worst case scenario, and then you can turn them all off and then start working your way down. This is alternative 1A, and this is kind of what will happen here. This is a temporary construction easement and so forth. And then from this we were able to get comments. So it's a pretty powerful tool. Let's actually type in another address, and you can see that everything along the project site has been built out. If the redraw is a little bit slow, it's just basically because the cache hasn't been completed yet for that area. Again, this is all happening locally on the hard drive. There is no internet connection. There is no wireless connection, which is great for ArcGIS Explorer, because it's really, really portable, and that's one of the huge advantages that ArcGIS Explorer has over some other type of technology that you need to start pulling licenses, and it gets a little bit cumbersome. Now, as you can see here, it's slowly but surely redrawing. This is alternative 1A. It's drawing the parcel boundaries, and you can see the different roads. Again, if I double click on one of these addresses or one of these parcels, it will tell me here, oh, alternative 1A, 1B, and 1C, there's a temporary parcel acquisition. Alternative 2 series, there's a full acquisition. And that concludes kind of how LSA used ArcGIS Explorer and kind of customized it with just a little bit of customization. Was able to really kind of basically force it into, or not force it, but customize it into something that was extremely useful for our public outreach. Thanks a lot.